So we need to open up a terminal session. So I'm going to hit Command Spacebar, type in terminal, and hit return. Once terminal opens, I'm going to do a Command plus to make it larger so I can see it and show you guys. So right here, I'm going to type in Caffeinate and a -W. Before I continue, I want to note that if you want to know what other options there are for a command, you need to use the manual page, and you're going to do that. Let me just go to the beginning and type in man before this command, and I hit return, and it's going to take me into the man page. If I go down, we're using the -W option in this case, and it's going to wait for the process with a specified PID to exit. So what we're going to do is we're going to use system preferences. So as long as system preferences is open, Caffeinate will keep the system awake and running, and it won't sleep. So I'll show you how to do that right now. Alright, so we're going to do Caffeinate -W, and now we need the PID of system preferences. So I'm going to actually create another terminal window, and I'm going to use Command T, and I'm going to type in, this is command number 2, and this is top. We're going to use the top command to find the process ID of the system preferences app when I run it. So I'm going to type in top, and I'm going to hit return. Once I open system preferences, you'll see it pop up in this list at the top. Boom. System preferences is PID 4153. Alright, so we need that 4153. We're going to go back to this original window, and we're going to type in 4153 and hit return. Now Caffeinate is running, and it's going to keep the system awake and prevent it from going to sleep or a screensaver or anything like that. So now you can watch. I'll kill system preferences, and you saw Caffeinate exited. Isn't that awesome? That's a super sweet tip. I have to say so myself. All right, let's move on. Tip number 3 is software version. So we want to know what operating system is on this Mac, right? So we type in SW_VERS, and it's going to show us exactly which version of macOS 10, 10.14.6. This is the actual build version. Let's say we want to go a little bit deeper. We want to know more information about the system, right? We can use, for tip number 4, is system profiler, right? So we're going to type in system. Well, actually, I'm going to do the Command K, clear the screen, and I'm going to type in system_profiler, and I'm going to hit return. And you're going to see this thing just start zooting a bunch of information onto the screen, because there is a ton of information that System Profiler actually reports on. And to see what it can do, I have a couple options to show you, right? Alright, so it listed all that information. That was just way too much. I mean, I can scroll up and see all of it and go look at it, but I don't want to do that. I want to look at specific information in the system profiler. Alright, so I want you to type in, I'm going to arrow up, system, type in -usage, and hit return. And what this is going to do is it's going to show you some different usage for how you can use the system profiler command. And at the very bottom are the examples, and I can type in any one of these, but the one I really want to type in is this guy right here, System Profiler, List Data Types, because all those chunks of information in that System Profiler command are basically chunked into these list data types, right? And we want to list that so we can choose different ones to show us the information for just them. I'm going to hit Command K, clear my screen. Oh, we're going to type in system underscore profiler list data types. Alright, so now that I've got the data types, I can choose a couple. So let's say I want to look at let's do the software. So we'll do system underscore profiler space. Oh, I'm just going to copy the software. That'll give us some data about the OS. And let's do the network. See what that one says. And we can list as many as we want, right? We'll just list them. Alright, so now we've got some information. So we've got, it showed us for system software, right? Software data type. We're grabbing software. And it's showing us all this information. Remember when we use software underscore vers command, SW underscore vers, it only showed us a little bit of information. Now we have a lot of information we can play with and look at. And then I can go look and see which different things I have to play with for information on the system. That is command number 4, and command number 5 kind of leads us into a different area of updates on the Mac. So I'm going to hit Command K. So right now I want you to type in software update. Software update -L. We're going to see if there's any software that's available for this Mac right now. I have a feeling there's not. So so there's no new software for this Mac because I updated and like to keep it automatically updated. But if there was, what I could do is run software update space -IA to run all of the updates, right, and install all of them. Or I can choose an individual update from the list and actually install that one by doing just the -I and then a space and putting the name of that update in there, and it'll run just that update. When command number 6 is kind of stems off of this software update one, and you're going to use this command when you want to monitor your network connections. So the command is nettop. So you type in nettop. And what's awesome about nettop, and I actually have another video if you want to check it out, the link will be down below, and that's monitor your network connections on macOS. And it utilizes the nettop command to actually show you how to monitor the downloads of your software updates and app downloads and things like that. It's kind of fun, so you might want to go check that video out. It's showing me all the network connections, right? Any connections, both UDP and TCP connections. So if I only wanted to see TCP connections, and those would be connections like what my Safari is doing and things like that. So let me I can hit Q to get out. I can arrow up and do nettop -M space TCP, and the list will get a lot smaller. Then within this list, I can use my fingers to scroll down the list to get to the bottom, or I can arrow. I can use the arrows. Command number 7 is going to be disk utility. So we're going to type in diskutil, and we're going to put list. And what this is going to do is it's going to list out all of our disks that we have mounted on this macOS. And they might not even be mounted, just connected, and then it'll show it. So basically what you're looking at is if I go here and you look, you see my hard drive. Oops. I have all these different disks over here mounted on my system, and you're going to see all of these different drives in here. You've got your Macintosh HD. This thing is 250 gigs. This is a great place to take a look at different things, and if you're wanting to create new partitions and things like that, this command is what you would use for that. Alright, command, so let's hit there we go, and command K to get out of that. Alright, so the next one is, so the next two commands are commands that are going to allow us to see the sizes of a folder or a file. So the first one I'm going to do is called du, and that's disk usage is the command. So I'm going to type in du, and I want to see how big this iMovie folder was. So I'm going to drag my iMovie folder. I want to see how big that entire project was. So I'm going to go Control A to bring it back to the beginning, du minus sh, and basically I want it to show me human readable, and I want it to look at that folder. So I'm going to hit return, and it's going to tell me that, wow, that video was 2 gigs. Alright, so if we go into this project and we run that, we're going to do Control A, go back to the beginning, we'll do a do minus sh on this file. So we can arrow up. The other command that I was going to tell you about is ls minus lha, and ls is going to list the file and tell me the information about it. So I'm going to do a Control A, Control D to delete those, and I'm typing ls minus lha on that file, and we'll see. Ha! Look at that. And what's funny about this is, so we have two commands. We've got the do minus sh that's showing us that that video file is 301 megabytes. When I use an ls minus lha, which I can't use the ls minus lha on the actual folder for iMovie because it won't show me any real data. It actually doesn't do it correctly. But what's funny is it's showing me 299 for the size, for megabytes. Now, you're going to get a kick out of this. If I go back to the Finder and I get info on that video file, you're going to see right here in the Finder says it's 315.9 megabytes. So you've got 3 things telling you different sizes. I don't know. It's up to you. So which one you want to go with, and how you want to look at that. I would probably stick with, if you're just looking visually, look at the Finder, you know, this window, the get info window. So you guys do know how I got info on that, right? I clicked on the file and clicked on the file, Command I to get info. and that brings up the get info dialog. Alright, so that was 8 and 9, and now we're on to 10. And the 10, we are going to hit Command K. The 10th command is the say command, and the say command allows me to have the command line say something. So I type in say, and I can say hello. Whoa, if I could type.
Hello.
So I have him say hello. I can type in say, hit return, and now I can just start typing. I can type as much stuff as I want, and it'll keep talking. So I can say hello, Jesse.
Hello, Jesse.
Oh, still can't type.
I see you are making a video.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
You know, so you can just keep typing and have it continue. I'm going to hit Control C to cancel out, and I'm going to type in say again, and I am going to use -V space, and I'm going to put, so basically I have quotes around a question mark, and that is going to show me a list of all the voices that I can use and where their originating voice is coming from. So if I hit go on this and return, I'm going to be able to pick any one of these voices, right? So now I can have this thing talk to me in my say. I'm just going to type in say -V, and I'm going to grab, alright, Tessa. Oh, I wonder if it's this whole thing. No, I think it might just be Tessa. Let me try that. So I'm going to do Tessa, and I'm going to have her say, hello, Jesse. Today.
Hello, Jesse. How are you today?
Isn't that awesome? So if you want to mess around more with the say command, I have another video that I created that actually when you log into your Mac, it tells you what your available software updates are. So if you have software updates available, it speaks them to you in whatever voice you want. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you and click that little the little alert notification bell so that you are always first when these tutorials come out, and you get these commands and this awesome stuff as quick as possible. So I thank you very much for watching the video. If you guys have other cool commands that you think I should be talking about and sharing with people, definitely drop it down in the comments below, because I love hearing new stuff from other people and different things that people have figured out or what have you. And you guys have an awesome day. Take care.